All right, I'm in the girly pen, hanging with my girls. I had to come back though, because, you know, we caught Bobbie. So, oh, butterfly, pretty. I actually did manage to get some pictures, not video, of butterflies the other day. I should really post them. So I was doing a pig video the other day, and we caught Bobbie Sox up on these stumps. And, you know, I told you, I said, I have no idea what she's hunting, or if she's hunting at all. So I'm pretty sure she was watching bug TV, is my guess, because there's really no hunting happening here, but she was very focused. Hi, are you yelling at me? Why are you yelling at me? Why are you yelling at me? Are you coming to visit? Look how she gets lost. She's like a tiger in the high grass. You have to come visit. I can't even see you anymore. I know. There you go. Oh, hi. Oh, my goodness. So, yes, I had to come back and see if I could figure out what she was doing. And best guess is she was just watching bug TV. As you know, this pasture has gone wild. This is the baby pasture, and I don't need it until next year after the winter. Oh, my goodness. You're not going to be able to stand on that very long, are you? You're just desperate for it, though. She's like a tightrope walker. So she got herself up on the stumps. She was sort of focused. I'm like, oh, I don't know if she's going to find something or not. But, you know, we've got a lot of bumblebees in this grouping here. I don't know if we can see it. I don't even know if I can get it on camera. But we've got bumblebees. We've got, you know, butterflies. Of course, all the other fun bugs. Oh, my goodness, if your paw's got any bigger, girlfriend, you're a happy cat. So I haven't seen her brother Bob or Shadow this morning yet, but she's around, and apparently she's taking the morning off watching bug TV and making giant biscuits. Don't stand on the fence. That has got to be uncomfortable. So the nice thing about my barn cats is I can touch them. I can handle them. They are rather people-oriented, to say the least. We did work with them. They were born in a barn. They were not born friendly. We did work with them. I was not successful with Shadow. Shadow came before Bob and Bobbie Sox, but we were successful with Bob and Bobbie Sox, and both of them are pretty handleable. They're fixed, they're vetted, they're fed, they're clearly healthy. In fact, just that rubbing alone, I can tell you there's not a tick on that cat, which is awesome. So we're all good there. Speaking of ticks, somebody asked the question the other day whether or not we have a tick problem on the farm. And my answer was kind of vague, right? And the answer was, well, I don't know. What's the problem? Are you jumping up on me, crazy lady? Oh, no, you just want to eat my pants. Okay, have at it. So my answer was very vague, because I'm like, well, I don't know, define a problem. Do we have ticks on the farm? Absolutely. Did I try and institute tick control program? I did. So I tried to get a whole flock of guineas that were going to roam free on my property and take care of everything. And, well, that did not work out at all, which is the unfortunate result is we ended up with a single guinea instead of a flock, and she or he now lives with my my normal flock of birds, and they're fine, right? That guinea lives with the turkey, thinks it's turkey. You've seen it on video; it's perfectly fine. But it's the sole survivor, and that experiment did not go well. Unfortunately, it turns out, you know, my experience with guineas from over a decade ago does not equate to the experience today. Unfortunately, the experience today is a bit more of a domesticated bird as opposed to a much more wild type bird, which is what I thought I was getting. And had they been a wild type bird, they would have been much more instinctive about not being caught by predators, roosting in trees, doing the things that they're supposed to do so that they stay alive. And that flock would have decimated all the ticks. When I had them at Farm 1.0, they were awesome. There wasn't ever a tick to be found. And they can pull a tick without ever disturbing the grass or the blades around it. It's amazing the precision that they have with that. So that was the intent. It did not work. Will I try it again someday? I don't know. Certainly not now, not this year, and probably not next year. I mean, it's just, you know, it isn't my intent to get a bunch of birds that aren't going to last more than a week in the wild. That just doesn't, that's not how this world works here on this farm. So yes, we have ticks. Very interestingly, the livestock are pretty immune to ticks. I would say if I pull a tick off of a goat once or twice in a year, that's a huge amount. And there are most years I don't pull ticks off goats at all. Now, for myself, since the start of the warmer weather, I've pulled 4 off of myself. Farm Hubby has pulled at least 3 off of him. Now, we do regular tick checks, you know, as soon as we get in. We wear long pants, we wear, you know, high boots, right? So we do some tick preventative, but they still get where they need to go. And, you know, it's never, I always find them like when you don't want to. I found one once in my hairline. Like, I had done morning chores. I was on a meeting and I could feel a little tickle, and you put your hand up to do an itch and you grab it and you, oh no. Now that one wasn't attached, it was just crawling up, and that just, now then I have like the heebie-jeebies the whole rest of the day. We don't typically, and knock wood, I would say in the last 5 or 6 years, minimally, we have not found ticks that are attached and engorged. We find them before they get that point. We find them while they're still in their early stage of migrating up our arms or our legs or whatever. So thankfully, that's not an issue. Goats can get them, but they very rarely do. The pigs, almost never. They're pretty immune to most things. Every so often, I think once every like 3 years, I might find a tick on one of their ears, but never on their bodies. Their skin is just too tough. And usually when I find them on their ears, it's like the tick almost looks like, can you help me out here? I'm in the wrong place. The donkey is very similar in the sense that I don't think I've ever found a tick on the donkeys, to be fair. And I've had them for 12 years now. Memory might be, you know, off though. So let's assume I've found a couple over the years, but practically nothing. So yes, we have a lot of ticks on the farm for sure. They get on me much more often than on the livestock. They certainly don't get on the birds at all. And the one place I do, I'll call it chemical treatment, is in my dog run. So I have, you know, a dog yard fenced in that's attached to the house. As you know, the dogs run the farm. But we do treat that area because they do spend some time in that yard. They also, of course, get their monthly flea and tick treatment, and that is fairly year-round, along with heartworm. So the dogs and cats are protected in that sense. The goats do get an external parasite treatment. You've seen me put it on them during grooming. It looks like Frontline or anything else that you would use for a dog. It's just formulated for cattle. And it's a nice preventative for external parasites, not necessarily ticks. For them, it's much more like lice and gnats and things like that bother them, flies. But we do treat them just like we do the dogs. And that is how we control any creepy crawlies. Like I said, I spend more time with them than anybody else. You came all the way over to visit, huh? You did. You came all the way over. So, yep, that's the story on ticks. And there are days I wish I was a goat because they'd leave me alone. But we do monitor, we do watch for them, and we are very aware that there are dangers, and we try and control the dangers. All right. So I think that's good enough for now, don't you? All the girlies and the Bobbie Sox. All right, guys. Until next time, there's work to be done. Bye for now.